My name is Bird Milliken. I'm an astronaut. My name is Bird Milliken. I am a crafter. The reason I like the name Lipstick on a Turd is because it's kind of like making something out of nothing. Well, that's how one way that I perceive it. Or making something fancy that you otherwise would maybe disregard or throw out or not care about. But say, well, wait a minute. We can really do something special with that piece of trash. Taking an old object and perceiving it in a new way, or having having something really smart written on a very mundane object, or in such a way that kind of catches you off guard. My parents have been very influential. They have a room in their home, the sunroom, that I lovingly say it has like 6 really strong themes, all colliding with one another. They have a bathroom downstairs. It's a powder room that just filled with naked lady pictures that are a little bit older, like vintage, but they're all different types of naked lady pictures, not necessarily good-looking naked lady pictures. The idea of just them having that in their home, a lot of people, my parents' generation, don't feel so free about having whatever they want hanging up in their house. I feel like the place, when I came here, had a lot of potential, and I still think it has a lot more potential. But I like the idea of taking something and embellishing it or making more of it than what it currently is. I've done a lot of painting, I've done a lot of staining. There's been a lot of staining that's happened, and then a lot more staining that needs done still, but that's a very tedious process. I've changed the tile on the floor in the kitchen. I've put up rope lights. I've put so many things. I've hung so many things off the beams. I've done a lot of beam work here, but I've done a lot of touching up and taking paint off things. I think also your space reflects, I guess, who you are and what you. One of my neighbors rents out their space for photographers to come in and use their lighting and whatever other tools they have there for photo shoots. And my neighbor had mentioned my place to one of the clients that comes there. Hey, you might want to check out her place. It might be neat for you just to see it. And after him being here and him hearing about me working on Lote and just the things that I was trying to do, I've been getting ready for this flea market that's happening in June. That I've been trying to, I guess, rally my resources together and make some things tangible and come to life. It seems like Bob appreciated my efforts and offered to help me build a website to have more of a potential impact. Bob has come over several times to brainstorm.
I used to work for companies where, I can't remember the numbers anymore, but we'd have to make 50 billion envelopes a year, 220 million a day, and get them sold. So we sold plain envelopes, and we also sold to the direct marketing industry. So, and I have a partnership with a gentleman, and we run a nonprofit, and we take pictures of charity functions like 5Ks or their walks and things, and we've been pretty successful in that. And we donate our time and donate the pictures and then put the pictures up on a website. You know, people like muscular dystrophy, ALS. We do another group called Bringing Hope Home, which is a cancer group, and you know, that's been fun for us. You know, I was going to do a little bit more full service than photography for some of the charities, and also when I first retired, I did some consulting, and I consulted to a web design firm. So I really got to understand the dynamics of web design. I've done a couple consulting jobs in between. One was to a web design company. So I really feel like I got up to speed on web design and where that industry is going. And there's some huge changes going on, shifting from inbound marketing to outbound marketing, and with all the new requirements of Google and the algorithms that they're creating on a regular basis to make their customers happy, and how that has to apply to websites now. So, you know, I would say I'm a lot more excited about the name Lipstick on a Turd. That kind of sense of humor just really appeals to me. And I'd have to be honest, I'm not super excited about any of the products. I don't even really know what all the products are. I just looked at like a Facebook page. But that doesn't matter to me. And I instantly fell in love with Bird. She's just this free spirit and just fun to be around. And so it's like, it was kind of like a love business relationship at first sight. So I mean, I'd do anything for her. A good friend of mine was kind enough to introduce me to Bird because he wanted me to see this crazy. I'll do it for you. So it'd be fun. Bird said, oh, you know, I need a website. The beginning of the process for me, and I think it's a little different than what web design companies do, where they kind of try to hook you up with a theme or a look and try to get you to kind of pick what you want it to look like. I think that's very much in the second part. You know, and my way of sales has always been really figuring out what the client wants to accomplish, what their objectives are, and in this particular case, what the website needs to do, and make sure that it's functional to the goals. Like, for instance, Bird has really two objectives. One, she has a business, and she really is thinking about having a storefront and selling her products, and at the other side, she also wants to sell the rental usage of this loft for, because my background is large corporations, $2 billion organizations, $800 million organizations with sales a year. And it's kind of fun to work with an entrepreneur and somebody that's really wants to accomplish something and to do something. And then again, part of the appeal of Bird is her creativity. I mean, you just look anywhere in this loft and it's like crazy great creativity. So I'm looking forward to really, you know, using her creativity with more of, you know, plugging it into the structure that I know. So, and then, you know, and then the third, I think, is the importance of, you know, how does it get found? And again, search engines like, you know, Google and Bing and Yahoo, again, are so now constricted as to what they want to find on a website. They wanted to have a lot of content. And because their customers, that's how they shop now, is first they look at a website, but they want information. They don't necessarily want to buy something. They want to understand how the product works. It's replacing, you know, retail salespeople and so on. So anyway, we have to satisfy the search engines first and satisfy their customers, is what we want to do with information. Then we want to sell them something.
All right. And